Moving on to chapter 5. In chapter 5, it begins with a description of the Lucas family who lived within a short distance of the Bennett family. Okay, and with them, the Bennets were particularly intimate. Sir William Lucas, the father, was a trader, okay, and he had made a good fortune and risen. He was not actually a knight by birth, but because of the amount of money that he made, he was given knighthood by the king. And but there was still a distinction between him and the actual people who were noble by birth, okay, and that was really felt by him, and he did not want to continue, being a different or a person who was seen as a tradesman. So he gave up his business and he moved to this place near Longbourn Estate, and he bought a house there and he lived there, okay, so that he could entertain other people and could build up his social life. And from then, his wife is described, Lady Lucas, who was a very good woman, but she was not clever enough to become a friend, to become a good, valuable neighbor for Mrs. Bennet. They both had several children, and the eldest of them, eldest Miss Lucas, was a sensible, intelligent young woman, and she was a very good friend of Elizabeth. Okay. And after every ball, the Miss Lucases and the Miss Bennets would meet and talk about whatever happened during their ball. So this time also they're all meeting. And Mrs. Bennet's comments upon the eldest Mrs. Lucas is called Charlotte. Okay, so Mrs. Bennet starts by saying that you began the evening well. You danced with Mr. Bingley. Okay, and you were Mr. Bingley's first choice. She's saying that, but yes, but he seemed to like his second better. Second choice Arno Jane, and he seemed to like her better. And and Mrs. Bennet is flattered by this, and she says that, oh, it did seem like like he admired her, and hoped that he liked her. And she says that she heard from somewhere something about Mr. Bingley really liking Jane. So then Miss Lucas says that yes, I did hear from another person called Mr. Robinson. Okay, and Mr. Bingley spoke with Mr. Robinson and said that when Mr. Robinson asked Mr. Bingley who was the prettiest, he says the eldest Miss Bennet. All right, and there cannot be two opinions on that point. So he was very sure that it was the eldest Miss Bennet or Jane that was the most prettiest and the most admirable woman in that hall. And Mrs. Bennet says that yes, that is true, but it may come to nothing. Okay, that it might not lead to anything. We can never say. My overhearings were more to the purpose than yours, Eliza, she says. And then Miss Lucas says that what she overheard about Miss Jane was better than what Elizabeth overheard. Remember, Elizabeth and that Mr. Darcy is saying that she was of tolerable beauty. Remember, അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞത് കേട്ടതിനേക്കാളും നല്ല കാര്യമല്ലേ കേട്ടേന്ന് പറയുന്നു. I beg you not put it into Lizzie's head to be vexed by all this. Okay, so Elizabeth should not be upset by what Mr. Darcy said, because he is such a disagreeable man that it would be quite a misfortune to be liked by him. So അയാൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടാതിരിക്കുന്ന തന്നെയാണ് നല്ലത്. അയാളുടെ സ്വഭാവം കാരണം ഒരാൾ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടാൽ തന്നെ ആയിരിക്കും കഷ്ടം എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. Okay, Mr. Darcy is not so well worth listening to as his friend is എന്ന് പറയും. Okay, and they again talking about Darcy and saying that there was another character called Mrs. Long. അയാളുടെ അടുത്ത് ഒരു അരമുക്കാൽ മണിക്കൂർ ഒരുമിച്ച് ഇരുന്നിട്ട് പോലും Mr. Darcy never spoke a word. Are you quite sure, ma'am? Said Jane. Jane എപ്പോഴും നല്ലതായിട്ടല്ലേ കാണുന്നത്. Jane പറഞ്ഞു, I think I saw him talk to her. Aye, because she asked him at last how he liked Netherfield, and he could not help answering. ആ സമയത്ത് മാത്രമേ മിണ്ടിയുള്ളൂ എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. So Miss Bingley told Jane that he never speaks with anyone else other than his intimate acquaintances. നന്നായിട്ട് അറിയാവുന്നവരുമായിട്ട് മാത്രമേ സംസാരിക്കുക ഇടപെടുകയുള്ളൂ. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് with them he is quite agreeable. അവരുടെ അടുത്ത് നല്ല രീതിയിലാണ് പെരുമാറുന്നത്. It is only with strangers that he is like this എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. I do not believe he was bored of it, my dear. If he had been so very agreeable, he would have talked to Mrs. Long. അതൊരു general sense അല്ലേ എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നു. Okay, he is very proud എന്ന് തന്നെ വീണ്ടും വീണ്ടും ഇവർ റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുവാണ്. And I wish she had danced with Eliza എന്ന് മിസ് ലൂക്കസ് പറയുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, ദാറ്റ് എലിസബത്തിനോട് കൂടെ ഡാൻസ് കളിച്ചായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ എന്നാണ് ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. അയാൾ സംസാരിക്കുന്നു ഇല്ലയോ എന്നുള്ളതല്ല. ഓക്കെ, so Elizabeth replies to that and says that I will promise you that I will never dance with him എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. Okay, his pride does not offend me as much as pride often does എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, കാരണം അയാളുടെ പ്രൈഡിന് ഒരു കാരണമുണ്ട് എന്ന് മിസ് ലൂക്കസ് പറയുന്നു. he has a right to be proud. He belongs to a great family. He is a fine young man. He has fortune. Everything is in his favor. So why shouldn't he be proud? He has a right to be proud എന്നാണ് മിസ് ലൂക്കസ് പറയുന്നത്. എലിസബത്ത് പറയുന്നത് that is very true and I could easily forgive his pride. That means ശരിയാണ്, അയാൾക്ക് പ്രൗഡ് ആകാനുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ട് അയാളുടെ കയ്യിൽ. Okay, and I could forgive his pride if he had not mortified mine എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. So she can forgive him for being proud if he had not mortified her pride. Mortified എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ he embarrassed her, right? She was listening and she was hoping that he might dance with her and he called her tolerable. അവരുടെ കൂടെ ഡാൻസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല, she is not beautiful enough എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ he mortified Elizabeth's pride. He caused her a sort of embarrassment or caused her some sort of hurt. Okay, so she could forgive his pride if he had not mortified her. So it is because he spoke those words against her that she cannot forgive him. All right, moving on to chapter 6. We'll do it within this recording because it's not very long. Okay, so the ladies of Longbourn, then you know how it is, you know, once they visit autumn visit എപ്പോഴും return ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കണം. So because the Bingleys came here, they went to visit the ladies at Netherfield. They met Miss Bingley and Mrs. Hurst and Mr. Bingley and Mr. Darcy there again. And Mrs. Hurst and Mrs. Bingley really liked Jane. Okay, Jane ne avarku ishtamayirunnu, but they found that their mother, Mrs. Bennet, was intolerable. ഭയങ്കര അവരെ ടോളറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ലാത്ത ഒരു സ്വഭാവം, സഹിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ലാത്ത സ്വഭാവമാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. And the younger girls were also not worth talking to, but they liked only Jane and Elizabeth. Okay, they liked only those two. And it was quite clear from Jane's behavior that she was falling in love with Mr. Bingley. Okay, but she would not say it out loud or she would not try to express it, but it was quite clear that she was falling in love with him. Okay, and that is when you know, Charlotte, or the eldest Miss Lucas, she's talking to Elizabeth about this and says that even though she does love him, she should show affection. And a woman better show more affection that she feels, because men, even if they do love a woman, they will not take any action unless they feel that the woman also feels the same. So unless Jane takes more action and shows her love and affection for Mr. Bingley, only then will he take some action and decide to marry him. Okay, so you know, so Elizabeth says that, you know, anyone who knows her can know that, you know, she is in love with him. But then that is when Miss Lucas says that അയാൾക്ക് Jane ne അത്രയും നന്നായിട്ട് അറിയില്ലല്ലോ. We know Jane very well and we can see that she is in love with him, but he would not know that. She needs to show it to him എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. Okay, but and they do not get time to spend time with each other also. ഒരുപാട് സമയം ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് പങ്കിടാൻ അവർക്ക് കഴിയുന്നില്ല. They always meet at these parties and they are never alone. So it is impossible that, you know, they get some time to share what they feel for each other. So whatever little time they get, ആ സമയത്തിനുള്ളിൽ Jane should take action and show more affection എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. She can fall in with him later when she is secure of him. And that is, അയാളുടെ കയ്യിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരു പ്രപ്പോസൽ കിട്ടി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് she will be secure that, you know, she is his fiance. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് there will be leisure for falling in love. Look at that. Okay, സ്നേഹിക്കാൻ ഇനിയും സമയമുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ എന്താണ്, എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് അയാളെ ലോക്ക് ചെയ്യുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് വേണ്ടത് എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. Okay, and then she says that, you know, happiness in marriage is entirely a matter of chance. അതായത് സ്നേഹം എപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ടാകും, but does this love lead to happiness? These people who are in love as couples, when they get married, do they find happiness, long lasting happiness? That is very difficult to find. That's a matter of chance, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു matter of luck ആണെന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. Okay, so you can marry, but whether or not you find happiness is a matter of luck. Then we see that Mr. Darcy, okay, what Elizabeth was so occupied with watching Jane and Mr. Bingley that she did not notice that Mr. Darcy had begun noticing her. Even Bingley name, Jane name, Urmichakan Vendi, were pala occasions in the meeting, but Mr. Darcy is also there. Because Elizabeth is angry with him, she never paid him any attention. But Darcy is quickly, becoming attracted to Elizabeth. It is her dark and intelligent eyes that attract him the most. Okay, and he yearns to talk to her, പക്ഷെ നേരിട്ട് പോയി സംസാരിക്കാനുള്ള അതുമില്ല. So what he does is that he follows her around, and Elizabeth വേറെ ആരോടെങ്കിലും സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ conversation അവിടെ നിന്ന് കേൾക്കും. He does not say anything, but he just listens to her because he wants to know how her temperament is, how intelligent she is. Okay, and then Elizabeth ഇത് നോട്ടീസ് ചെയ്യും ഇടയ്ക്ക് വെച്ച്, and she says that why is he following me around. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് എന്റെ കോൺവെർസേഷൻസ് ഒക്കെ എന്തിനാണ് കേൾക്കുന്നത് എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. And if he does this again, I will definitely ask him straight off what he means by this. Okay, soon afterwards when he approached them, she asked, did you not think, Mr. Darcy, that I expressed myself uncommonly just now എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. Okay, അപ്പോൾ he replies in one sentence and he goes away. All right, and then this is a party, so Miss Lucas decides to play the organ and she's inviting Elizabeth to sing. Okay, and Elizabeth sings fairly well. She sings and everyone is impressed. After that, their sister Mary. Okay, Mary ennu parayunnathu ivarde moonamthe sister aanu. She is not very beautiful. She is plain looking ennaanu describe cheyidirikkುnnathu, and that's why she tries to make up അവളുടെ സിസ്റ്റേഴ്സിന്റെ അത്രയും ബ്യൂട്ടിഫുൾ അല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് she tries to make up for that lack by performances. പക്ഷെ അവളുടെ പെർഫോമൻസസും ഭയങ്കര സഹിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ലാത്ത. She cannot sing nor can she dance. Okay, and she puts up a performance that is painful for everyone to watch and listen. Okay, എന്നാൽ ആ സമയത്ത് കുറച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ ഒരു നല്ല എൻജോയബിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള പാട്ടൊക്കെ വെക്കുമ്പോൾ പല കപ്പിൾസും ഡാൻസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയായിട്ട് ഇറങ്ങും. And that is when, finally there is Mr. William Lucas who's standing there, and he tells Mr. Darcy, why don't you dance with Elizabeth എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് എലിസബത്തിന്റെ കൈ എടുത്ത് മിസ്റ്റർ ഡാർസിയുടെ കയ്യിലേക്ക് വെച്ച് കൊടുക്കുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും എലിസബത്ത് എന്താണ്, മിസ്റ്റർ ഡാർസിയൊക്കെ അതായിരുന്നു വേണ്ടത്, പക്ഷെ അയാൾക്ക് നേരിട്ട് ചോദിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു മടി കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുവായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ എലിസബത്ത് എന്താണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഷീ ടേക്സ് അവേ ഹർ ഹാൻഡ് ആൻഡ് ഷീ സേസ് ദാറ്റ് ഷീ വിൽ നോട്ട് ഡാൻസ് വിത്ത് ഹിം എന്ന് പറയും. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഷീ സേസ് ദാറ്റ് I do not want to dance with him എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. Okay, and then I did not come here to beg for a partner. ഒരു പാർട്ട്ണറിന് വേണ്ടി ബെഗ് ചെയ്യാനല്ല ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വന്നത് എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. Okay, and then you excel so much in dance, Miss Eliza എന്ന് Mr. William Lucas, അതായത് the father of Charlotte ഒക്കെ പറയുന്നു. പക്ഷേ why don't you dance with Mr. Darcy എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ Mr. Darcy is all politeness, വളരെ പൊലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരാളല്ലേ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് Elizabeth is turning away. She does not want to dance with him, and her resistance is quite shocking to Darcy. He did not imagine that some girl will turn him down. Okay, അപ്പോഴാണ് മിസ് ബിംഗ്ലി അവിടെ വന്നിട്ട് ഡാർസി ഇങ്ങനെ ആലോചിച്ച് നിൽക്കുന്നത് കാണുമ്പോൾ എന്ത് സംഭവിച്ചു എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ മിസ്റ്റർ ഡാർസി പറയുന്നു that I am you cannot imagine the pleasure that a pair of fine eyes in the face of a pretty woman can bestow. So he's dreaming about Elizabeth. So when he says that, okay, Miss Bingley is suddenly shocked. She says, oh, tell me, which is this girl that has finally captured your imagination? And he says that Miss Elizabeth Bennet. Miss Elizabeth Bennet, replied Miss Bingley, I am all astonishment. I am shocked, Anna. But I think, how long has she been a favorite? How long have you been attracted to her in the show, And pray, when am I to wish you joy? When should I congratulate you? And ellam oru sentence nullil parayuvana cheyyunnathu. Okay, and that is when Darcy says this dialogue, which is another very, very famous dialogue from this novel. Okay, he says that is exactly the question which I expected you to ask. ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ തന്നെ ഇപ്പൊ തന്നെ എന്നെ കൺഗ്രാജുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന എപ്പോഴാണെന്ന് അത് തന്നെ ചോദിക്കുമെന്നാണ് ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ചിരുന്നത്. Because a lady's imagination is very rapid. അവളുടെ കണ്ണുകൾ ഇഷ്ടമാണെന്ന് മാത്രമേ പറഞ്ഞുള്ളൂ. ഇതിന്റെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് കൺഗ്രാജുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ട കാര്യമൊന്നും വന്നിട്ടില്ലല്ലോ. പക്ഷെ he says that ladies' imagination is very rapid. Okay, വളരെ ഫാസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടാണ് ലേഡീസ് ചിന്തിക്കുന്നത്. It jumps from admiration to love. ഒരു admiration തോന്നുന്നതിൽ അതിൽ നിന്ന് ലവിൽ നിന്ന് മാരേജും എല്ലാം ഒരു സെക്കൻഡിനുള്ളിലാണ് എല്ലാം ആലോചിച്ചെടുക്കുന്നത്. Okay, so that is why Miss Bingley asked whether I should congratulate you എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. Okay, so I knew you would be wishing me joy എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. Nay, if you are serious about it, I will consider that matter എന്ന് Miss Bingley പറയുന്നു. You will have a charming mother-in-law but എന്ന് പറയുന്നു Mrs. Bennetനെ കുറിച്ച്. And of course, she will always be at Pemberley, which is where Mr. Darcy lived with you. He listened to her with perfect indifference. അതൊന്നും കേട്ടിട്ടൊന്നും എഫക്ട് ചെയ്യാതെ തന്നെ പറഞ്ഞു. While she chose to entertain herself in this manner and as his composure convinced her that all was safe with her, wit flowed along. Okay, so she will not share it with anyone else എന്നുള്ള ഒരു safety ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ she moved along and Darcy is still standing there admiring Elizabeth, and that is where our excerpt ends. ഇത്രയും മാത്രമേ നമുക്ക് ഈ സെമസ്റ്ററിൽ പഠിക്കാനുള്ളൂ. This is just the introductory part of the novel. All the action is coming after this. So I hope that you are intrigued enough to go and seek out the rest of the novel after reading this particular part. So there will be one more session of this novel where I'll be talking about a few about this novel in an analytic point of view. All right. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed reading with me.